Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. Today we are going to design a necklace using these leaf beads. I just have a vague idea in mind. I'm just going to go ahead with it. I have here some KO thread, and this one is nylon, as you guys can see. I have here about an arm span of thread in a needle, which is 10 size 10. Then I'm going to knot these two. I'm going to knot these two threads together. I mean, it is an unusual way to do it, but I want to do it this way. Okay, if you're not satisfied with the knot, go ahead and do one more on top of that. Okay, I want this knot to be on top, so I adjust that way and make one more knot. Somehow the knot is not coming on top of each other. Okay, there we go. A big enough knot. Okay, so we need some lavano seed beads. You can use any seed beads you want. I'm gonna use this one. This one is like a golden with some rainbow AB in it. So I'm using some fall colors only, and I'm gonna just go through this leaf right here. Because I have such a big hole, it will just stick in the back. Right, there we go. Now pick up five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 seed beads. Okay, and then come back through that leaf. This can be our bail. Okay, and then I want this to be attached here, but a little bit space I need. So pick up 2 more seed beads, 2 or 3, depending upon. Some seed beads are very small in this, I don't know why. 4 maybe, yeah, 4. And then this leaf from behind. That's what we have right now. Then pick up 5 more seed beads. And then drop it down. Just like this. Okay, then go through the leaf one more. We are stacking 3 in a row. Then pick up 5 seed beads, drop it down. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take this and go through. There is 6 seed beads in between the last one and this one. Going to go through the 3 and just the 3. Just like that. Okay, then I'm gonna pick up again 4 and 5 seed beads and go through the last 2 seed beads in the first leaf and pull. So we have doubled the thread, so the thread is thick enough, but we are just making this, can you see, like branches. Make sure there is no slack in this. See this thread? I want to make sure there is no slack in this. So once you have this, I will go through the hole in the first leaf we ever added and go through our bail part once again. I'm going through a couple of them at a time. I'm not forcing anything here. Since you are doing 2 threads, make sure that it's not knotted. Then go through these 2 beads that you came across and then through all the beads in the front. So we are retracing the path but in the opposite direction. There we go. So now I will go through these 2 beads, go down, and then go up through these 2. So I have come across over here all the way. Basically I'm going through all the beads that I ever added one more time to reinforce. Then go behind, then go up through that. Okay, now I am my thread is exiting out here, so I'm going inside that loop that we have created and then making a knot. Tighten that knot and go up through the rest of the seed beads. Okay, then go through the leaf, and catch hold of the thread underneath, form a loop and go through the loop. Make sure it's nice and tightened. go up above, and then through the seed bead and behind the leaf. If you want, you can make one more knot with the tail end. And then go up through a couple of seed beads. You can snip this off. Okay, this one also you can snip it off right now. I won't do it up close. I will do that. I will put some glue, GSI in there, and then I will do that later. See, this is what we have so far. So see this, I wanted this to come down like this. That's the reason I did this part. And then you can actually hang this in a chain. If you want, you can make 2 more this way and 2 more that way, and then add these 2, 3 in the chain, and so forth and so on. So you can do that, or you can actually do a beaded chain and make this a pendant, and then do some bead weaving or bead stringing for that point. And then you can just simply do a chain and then hang this in a jump ring, this in a jump ring, call it a day. That will also work. So what I'm trying to do is I want to incorporate these hexagon kind of beads, which is very pretty, in this chain as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna do some bead stringing, or we can even do bead weaving, but I want to know whether I want to do this also the same way, or just have this as a pendant and this we can have as earrings. So the same way we can do the other 4 as earrings. See this, it looks very pretty, right? We can do it as a earring. All you need to do is make an overhand knot just like so. Pick up five seed beads. Okay, first let me see if it, yeah, it is going through and through. So pick up 1 seed bead, go through the leaf, pick up 5 and 6, come back again. So we need a small bail. Let's see if this is enough to create a bail. I would add I would go through the seed bead as well. That way there will be 7 seed beads, and then we will be good to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through the 3 seed beads, and actually 4. I want to see which one looks really good with this. This one, or this one. Feel this one looks good. It is contrast and it looks good. So what I'm gonna go do it is go through this bigger bead. I have doubled my thread because I'm working with KO and not Fireline. So pick up the seed bead, okay, and I'm going to pick up that is 9 seed beads and come back through this. And see if it looks good. The 9 seed beads has a little bit of a gap, I guess. So I'm going to add one more. Ten seed beads and come back, and then pick up again 10 seed beads. We'll go one more time or couple more times, how much ever you want. You can do a caged bead or so. It's totally up to you. Ten. Hi friends, welcome back. I strung my beads in a pattern like I added 3 lemon seed beads and this crystal, and then I'm figuring it out how to make this center portion or the main focal. So here is what I came up with. So this we already saw how to make it, and this one I want to show you guys how I made it. So again, we are using KO thread, and you can use Fireline or Nymo, whichever you want. I'm doubling the thread, and I'm sure that I like to use KO or Nymo for this project just because the flow is not that strong. I mean, with Fireline it becomes way too stiff is what I feel. If you are using Fireline, don't double the thread. So this much is more than enough for making this. So I'm just snipping it off. So I'm just eyeballing it. You can take a general measure and then do it. You don't need a lot because we are doubling the thread. And this is nylon. It can be melted. I'm trying to do an overhand knot here. Because it's nylon and it's slippery, it's not that easy to make this overhand knot. But that's exactly what I want right here. I did it. Now this earrings I will make with you guys, this earring as well. I'm using just one of the leaf, so I still have one more leaf to go. So I'm picking up that leaf. Okay, taking one seed bead right here, and then going through the leaf from the back so that our knot is in the back, just like that. So from now on I'm picking 6 seed beads, 4, 5 and 6 seed beads, and my thread is exiting out of the front of the leaf, so I'm going through the back, pulling this knot out a little bit, and I'm going to go through that one seed bead that we added in the back, and then go through the leaf again. Okay, just like that, and then pull everything. This is what you should have. So now I pick up one seed bead, one of this teardrop. I'm picking it up from the behind. You can do it either way, doesn't matter. Then one seed bead. So one seed bead, the teardrop, and one seed bead is what I have in my needle. I drop that down to the work. Okay, skip that one seed bead and go through the teardrop and the seed bead that we added first, and pull that tight. So this is what you have. Now I want to reinforce. This is all to this pendant, and I'm going to add it here. So it's about reinforcement. So what I do is I go back through all the seed bead in the row, come in the front, go through all the seed beads and the teardrop if you can at one go, and then go through that seed bead on the top, go back through the teardrop. So before you go back through the teardrop, you can catch hold of the thread underneath and make a loop. Okay, go through that loop and make that knot right here, and then go through the teardrop. Okay, go back through that one seed bead up above the teardrop and all the seed beads here, pull it tight, catch it underneath, make a loop and go through that loop. That's one knot right there. 2 knots is more than sufficient. Go ahead, go through that 3 seed beads, and actually you're pretty much done. If you want, you can do one more knot here. It's totally up to you. There we go. Okay, now I shall snip this off. Okay, and with the help of the lighter, I just go very slowly. Be very careful, otherwise we will have to do this all over again. Don't go nearby, but you can actually melt this. There we go. So that's done. This is what I added here. So after that seed beads, I added the hexagon shaped bead, then 3 seed beads, then I added this pendant that we created, then this one, 3, then this one. In between these two, I didn't add any seed beads because I created the loop for this pendant bigger. So I just wanted it to be, right between these, like this way. So this is what I figured it out, and I really like the way this looks. It doesn't have to be the same for you guys. So if however you want, you can do that. Then pick up 3 seed beads, drop it down. We still have the green color to go, so that is your green color. And then you pick up, so there is 6 seed beads here as well. So I'm going to pick up 3 and then go through this loop that we created, like a bale kind of a thing with the seed bead, and then 3 seed beads. Okay, this is what we should have so far. And also this green bead. So the center part is done. The only thing is missing is the red one right here, which I didn't anticipate it before. Now I added it. So what I'm going to do is I still have one red bead which doesn't have that gold thing on the top, as you guys can see it here. Can you see that gold thingy on top? It was not there, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a small dangle and then add it here with jumping or with a loop, like a wire loop, because if you do this, you can similarly do this as well, so it'll be similar. But since I forgot to do it, I will add it later. So I will continue stringing these beads, 3 seed beads and the crystal. So I will continue this pattern until I have the desired length. It doesn't have to be long or short. It has to be exactly like around 20 inches max with the clasp. So that's what I'm expecting this necklace to be. I really like the way this turned out to be. It's quite different, I feel. And I'm going to continue this and come back. And meanwhile, I will also show you guys how I did this adjustment right here. So I have here a head pin. This one is a 28 gauge head pin. And I'm going to take a seed bead and then the teardrop and a seed bead. So this is what I have here. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is take my round nose pliers and make a teeny tiny loop. Doesn't have to be bigger. See this? It's a very thin gauge. So then add it to this, the third leaf right here, just inside that beaded loop. So and then hold it and wrap. Tuck the tail in. That's it. So we have added the red color bead here as well. So this is also a way to add, since we are doing the bale part as well. We did it with the needle and the thread. So now I have actually strung all my beads, and I feel that this is about the size that I want. So what I did was I added 15 seed beads at the end when this at the start over here. I still have this in the spool. I added 15 seed beads over here, so I'm gonna add the same here as well. So I have 3, so that's 5. That's 10. That's 15. So what I'm gonna do here is I have lobster claw clasp and 2 big jump rings. As I said, I really like big jump rings in the back, so I don't have to, try hard to put my necklace on. So whenever you're designing a jewelry, you think about yourselves, like how you would like your jewelry to be worn, like how comfortable you are with certain things. Certain people are comfortable with certain things, certain people are not comfortable with certain things. Certain people find it easy, but general rule of thumb, the easier it is, everybody will like it, right? So pick up your crimp tube or crimp bead, whichever you have available, and then your lobster claw clasp and the loop in the lobster claw clasp, and then go through the crimp tube in my case. And if you can go through a couple of seed beads, which I'm not able to. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the crimp tube and come out. There we go. And then push that thing up right here. Okay, go ahead and flat crimp it. I'm flat crimping it. As I said, you can use the crimping pliers. I'm planning to get the new crimping pliers because I have been using the one that I got from a gem and jewelry show like 15 years back, maybe like at least 14 years back. And I pull it on and tug and see if it is nice and strong, which it is. I like to work with the spool because I don't have to use a bead stopper. For some reason, no matter how much bead stopper I buy, I tend to lose them. I don't know. I'm ashamed of it, but that's what the case. I have no idea why it is that way, but I tend to lose everything, all my bead stopper. So it's better for me to have to work with a spool rather than a bead stopper, right? So where is my crimp tube now? I seem to have lost my crimp tube. Yeah, here it is. But yes, so I just put it on. I'm going to put on something else. I'm thinking probably this is thinner gauge. I thought I will add 2, but it will be difficult to put on the lobster claw, but that's okay. So I add this here. Even if you catch hold of one of the jump ring and add your lobster claw, that's good enough. So here also it's finding it very hard to go through the seed bead, so I'm just going to pull that off right here. Whenever you do this, you keep your necklace in a U form, because that's how you're going to wear it in your neck. So when you keep it straight and you pull this cord and make it really tight, then what will happen is it'll become stiff. It won't have the flow. So I always keep it in a U shape, and I leave a little bit of a distance, not that much, but a little bit gap, so that it's not stiff at all. So, and then snip it off. And now I want to adjust my jump ring. See this one is overlapping, this one is not closed properly. So what we can do is bend nose pliers. take your bent nose pliers and just go back and forth until you make that, and then also do it with the other ones. Go back and forth and make it meet each other, flush. So now I'm done with all of these things. The earring part we will do, but the necklace part is done. Open the lobster claw, add it to this. I really like the way this necklace turned out to be. I hope you guys like it too. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. The next video that will be coming up, it will be this earrings for you guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.